conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. All of you. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Thanks for stopping by, the party's just begun. Stick around for more until the sun. Mic check, 1, 2, Dark Spider going live now. Get ready to see how make you shout wow. No time to waste, the excitement's building. This stream's about to be exhilarating. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Chat is alive, the community's here, sharing the passion, conquering fear. Every day's a new challenge, a story to tell. Together we'll triumph, ring the victory bell. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. All of you. Welcome, welcome to the show where the energy's high and the good times flow. From intense moments to laughter and fun, join the adventure till the stream is done. Thanks for stopping by, the party's just begun. Stick around for more until the sun.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. We're going to give Rumble just a second. Rumble always takes a little bit longer to get caught up than everybody else. Hopefully everybody's having a good Thursday. So far it is a little afternoon, so we'll say good afternoon. But we can also say good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Alright guys, we are back on Huron County still. I've got... as you can see, I'm still working on these soybean fields, and then I was purchasing these, so this will all be soybeans. And then I think I said this was going to be barley. These two are going to be barley. I may not do those right now. I know that I got to go back and get this guy, enter. There we go. I knew he'd missed something over here, right there. We're still finishing up our wheat fields as well. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Let me move this so I can see what's up. Hey, Prime, what's happening? I see Turk was in here too. I always count on those two guys. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are some of my original followers, and I appreciate you sticking with me. So let's get this started. As you can see over there, so we got a few left to do over here, and I'm getting them started over there. So we're making pretty good progress. I heard another tick, but I don't see anything. So that might be a train station, is what that might be. So there goes the alien. I see him flying above there. I can't see him, but I saw his shadow. There he goes. There he is. There's the alien. I'm glad to see him out and about. My little alien friend. And these are all wheat fields, so I don't have to worry about pulling up the planter or anything like that. I'm really hoping you guys are liking the song. I enjoy it quite a bit, so hopefully you guys are too. We're going to do steering assist. We're going to do the outline like we always do here real quick. Come on, give me my line. There it is. Because this is one of those fields where I'm going to have to come back and hit the edges probably. But we're going to try to get it all. We'll see what happens here. So we had some really interesting conversations yesterday. Hopefully we can have some good conversations again today. Part of the conversation was about mobile, and I don't think nobody really talks about mobile farming simulator. Really glad to meet that guy. Very interesting conversation. It is definitely the cheapest form of farming simulator at $9. But I mean, you really couldn't. I don't see how you could charge a full price for. You're not paying $60 on mobile. That's for sure. And I think we finally discussed it. He didn't know what he was missing, so he's gonna probably get it on PC. And just remember, guys, I am now a Giants partner. So if you hit my affiliate link, it'll take you straight to Farming Simulator 25, and you can choose whether you're on Xbox, PS5, PC, which is very cool, very cool. Very glad to be part of it. I think I'm going to hit this thing, probably, so we're probably going to back off a little bit here. I figured I would. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around it. I'm not going to really do a lot here. There we go. And then we got that one little field left right there after this field, and we are done with the wheat. We can get this guy repaired and refilled. So well, don't be shy today, guys. Don't be shy today. I noticed that a lot of the chatters are coming from YouTube here lately too, which is just fine with me. Glad to have him. We also met another farming simulator guy yesterday. He's got a pretty good channel too, so make sure you give him a shout out. The Herd on YouTube. Thought I'd give him a little shout out. I was checking out some of his videos myself too. So, smaller streamers like us, we gotta stick together. But I mean, even as a large streamer, I would still help people out. I just think it's the right thing to do. There's plenty of room for everybody out there. There really is. Unless, you know, people just don't like you're an ass or something like that. But I mean, I've been called an ass, but that's mainly by my wife. Maybe friends and family too. Maybe I am the problem. Anyways. Oh, my, what happened to our music? I wonder why. I don't know why it keeps stopping. There we go. Gotta have some music. It gets too quiet. All you silent but strong types in here. I was in another streamer's room today. Big discussion on World of Warships. It looks like it's still fairly popular. I feel like it's like a Crossout, but in ships. I mean, maybe not quite so customizable like Crossout is, because you can literally build your own vehicle from the ground up. I'm talking like you decide what kind of frames, how many frames, how you're going to put the frames. I mean, you can do whatever you want Crossout for the most part, as long as you've got enough energy. Everything costs energy as far as guns, engines. Well, there's Crimson. Hello, Crimson. Hopefully you're feeling better today. Now that you've got your vacation and away from maybe some work drama. Nobody likes the work drama. Nobody likes work drama. But isn't that the way it always is, though? It's like 9 times out of 10, you got more drama at work than anywhere else. And it's just like, ugh. I bet you are happy not to be at work. I imagine most people are happy when they're not at work. Not me. I enjoy doing this as work. So, it's pretty uncommon for people to actually find, you know, I mean, my full-time job, I feel like I'm still, what do they call it? What do they call it? I feel like I'm still interning as a streamer, to be honest. But I do enjoy, I enjoy the work, so at least that's a plus. So, I'm still an intern as a streamer. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Is it a big update? We had some, is it a big update on The Sims? Oh, shit. I really wouldn't even know what to do if I tried to play The Sims. I've considered it, but I know it's a big, big game out there. But you know, I don't see on a lot of these platforms, I don't see people playing The Sims. You would think that if The Sims was that popular, there'd be a bunch of streamers on it, but there's not that I'm aware of. I haven't seen any, but it may just not be in my category. So, but you would think as big as The Sims is, that there would be shit tons of followers for The Sims, but I haven't seen anything. I was just wondering if that would be, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know, man. I've tried to play The Sims before and I just couldn't get into it. I like city builders, but that's more like a single house builder. I like Sim City. No, I know, and the people that like, and that's the thing, the people. You know what I feel like though, for the most part, the Sims fans are pretty rabid about the game too. So it's like, I bet it's gonna want me to go left. It is. But I feel like that, like Sims fans are like Metallica fans. It's like you can't talk any shit about the Sims because they'll word vomit all over you about it. Kind of like Metallica fans are. And I like Metallica. I'm a Metallica fan myself, but I'm not a rabid Metallica fan. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'll say. It's like they'll shred you, man. Maybe that's what I should do for shits and giggles. I should just get the game and go on there and just terrorize it. And get somebody to come in here and at least argue with me about it. It'd be kind of funny, to be honest. Because the first thing they're gonna, yeah, I figured. Because the first thing, dude, you just don't have any idea what you're talking about. You just started playing. How the fuck would you know anything? I can hear it already. I can hear it already. I'll be like, I wish I could hack the game and go in there as like a Diablo character and just start hitting sim houses. It would be funnier than shit. Alright, I'm going to give this to the AI. I don't think it completed. We're going to go back. Alright, there it goes. Let's give that to the AI. Like I said, we've only got these 2 fields left. Everything else is done. All this is wheat. And then we got this one little field left. And I didn't do anything with this field. So let's get back to our soybeans, which is just a mess right now. I think, yep, I know what he's doing. I think this is a plow. Yeah, I figured, man. It's not surprising, to be honest. It really isn't. Most fan bases of anything are rabid. But you know who the most rabid fans, I think, are? And it really doesn't have anything to do with the video game either. I wonder if you can guess who I think the most rabid, just most lunatical. Look, I'm George W. Bush today, making my own words. Oh, he's not ready to make that kind of work, so we're going to have to do it ourselves. I'm not going to allow this field not to be plowed. I just bought it, so we're going to just do it ourselves while we're talking. The most lunatic, crazy fan base that I think there is, besides Harry Potter, is going to be DC Zack Snyder bots. Man, those guys are freaking nuts. I mean, and they just can't let it go. And don't get me wrong, I think Henry Cavill was a fantastic fucking pick for Superman.
Did you know you can pet me?
And I think they screwed him over pretty badly. And if I was him, I'd be upset with him. Yeah, man, but they're just, and they can't let it go, man. You know, the new Superman's called Diaper Man and all this other horse shit. And I'm like, literally, Henry Cavill was the only Superman that didn't have trunks on the outside of a suit. The only one. And I never really cared for that suit. Never really cared for that suit. It was okay. But the movies were complete shit. So, complete shit. Just dumpster fire garbage. And I can't believe they released that bullshit. To be honest. I mean, Justice League was just a pile of bullshit. I'm going to do a circle because I see a little spot I missed and it'll kill me inside if I don't get it. Now I got it. No, 1000%. Henry Cavill was, in my opinion, Now, I haven't really seen this Corn Sweet Sweat, whatever his name is. I haven't really seen a whole lot with him yet, other than the trailers. But as far as the look goes, you know, even as far as, because Cavill said he wanted to keep the hair on his chest for the role, because of like Superman in the comics and things like that, which was fantastic. As far as the look goes and just being completely fucking jacked, Cavill's got everybody beat. I mean, because he was, God, I'm not even gay. And I was like, damn, look at that. Like when he was, and my wife could testify to this, because like when he's running out of from behind that house and he's got no shirt on, I was like, Jesus Christ, look at that jacked motherfucker. Yeah, he was. I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't think about it really, to be honest. I don't know. Isn't he the first American to play the role, though? I don't know. I didn't think about that aspect of it, but I'm just saying, as far as like the look goes, as far as just being completely jacked, you know, it's just nuts. So, just nuts. Christopher Reeves was a fantastic Superman for the era, but he was never jacked. I mean, hell, he wore 3 sweaters to his interview just to make sure he got the damn job. And he really didn't ever do much with working out. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else then, maybe. But Reeves was never very big at all, I don't think. Reeves never even tried to work out for the job. But I'll give them credit. I mean, even Superman 3 was trash, but the junkyard scene was fantastic. Yeah, he did. The junkyard scene in Superman 3, to me, was probably one of the best scenes in Superman cinematic history. It was great. Him fighting Clark Kent, man, that shit was great. But I mean, they had so much lore, and that's what's always bugged me about Superman movies. There's so much lore, and there's so many villains to use, and yet we always get some kind of fucking land scheme from Lex Luthor every time. And don't talk about Superman 2 is the best until you get to that stupid Richard Donner cut. That shit was garbage. But yeah. But even in Superman 2, they took a lot of liberties, man, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like that whole scene in his cave where he takes the S off his chest and just throws it. I was like, what the fuck? Or the finger pointing with the white laser. Or even like they didn't even care about the plot of the entire history of the movies either, because he says when he's doing that Nightcrawler bamfing around the damn cave, he says, I was never very good at this in school. What the fuck are you talking about? So yeah, that scene was crap. But he did kill Zod, so everybody that got mad that Cavill killed Zod in Man of Steel, he killed Zod in that movie, so eat it. No, I still think Superman 2 is probably one of the better ones we ever had, honestly. I love Superman 2. I just think that ending scene was crap. That whole laser shit from their fingers, or Zod having those special powers where he could swirl people up in the air, and I'm like, they already have so many powers, why are you giving them shit they don't have? I mean, heat vision, cold breath, invulnerability, flight, but let me give them telekinesis. It's like, for fuck's sake. And I mean, trust me, I've seen almost every superhero movie that's ever been made that was worth watching. So no, I haven't seen Kraven the Hunter yet. And I watched all the Venom movies, and I I have so many issues with it, but I had to watch the third one because I watched the first two. The third one, or the second one, was just garbage. And the third one really wasn't much better. I mean, they did some cool stuff with the symbiote suits, but you can't have a Venom movie and not have Spider-Man. It's totally ridiculous. It just shows you that Sony, A, does not give two shits about the lore of the character. And that they're just fucking retards. We're gonna go hit this outside edge here. I mean, we can get these fields done faster than the AI, so might as well go ahead and finish this up. But yeah, man. I mean, you know, but you also gotta think too that, you know, Reeves, the Superman movies with Reeves were a different time. You know, and I don't think, and I think that's part of the reason why Superman Returns did so poorly. Reeves' Superman won't hold up today. It just won't. He's a little too Boy Scoutish. Oh, fuck. Winter Soldier is by far probably one of the best fucking movies. Period. Now, I don't know about the lore so much with Winter Soldier. You know, like how much they got correct, how much they didn't, I'll be honest. But hands down, Winter Soldier is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies to date. And I say that, I don't say that lightly. I think it was better than Infinity War. I don't give two shits. It was hands down one of the best movies. And if you disagree, put it in the comments. We'll argue about it. Tell me why Winter Soldier wasn't better. Alright, let me rephrase that. Name another Marvel movie that was better than Winter Soldier. And I'm talking better plot, better writing, better acting. And you won't find a better one. And don't come in here with that fucking, don't come in here with that Black Widow shit either. 1,000% hands down best fucking movie. I mean, and don't get me started on the new one. And before I get started on the new Captain America, because I did watch it, I like Anthony Mackie as an actor, A. I also loved him as Falcon. But my biggest issue with Falcon is that he's not just some idiot army guy. I mean, he was very smart. And they didn't really give us that Sam Wilson with Anthony Mackie. So I really felt like they let fans down with that aspect of it. But I loved him as Falcon. Now, the new Captain America movie, the reason why it got a lot of bad reviews is because there was just something about that movie that just didn't, I don't know what it was. I still can't quite place what it was. Something was missing. I don't know, y'all. I can't place it. What are you talking about? The whole Red Hulk as a revenge thing, man, they really flubbed that. They could have done so much with that, but to make the leader, he looked like a goofy piece of shit. Well, in the comic books, he is. So, I mean, there are comic books where Sam Wilson takes the shield, but there are also comic books where Bucky takes the shield. So, I'm not even upset that they passed Bucky up for it. I'm really not. I don't care that Sam Wilson became the new Captain America. That has nothing to do with it. But I really feel like they just really let us down with the writing of that movie. It was all over the fucking place. It was just all over the place. I mean, we waited how many years, guys? There's people in here. How many years have we waited to get the leader on the big screen since Norton's Hulk? We waited, and we waited pretty patiently too. We waited, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited, we finally get the leader, and I don't know what. Actually, I don't know what we got. I don't know what the hell that was, because he also looked fucking retarded. So I don't know exactly what we got, but it sure wasn't the leader. They could have done so much better with that movie, and they just chose to shit all over everything. And that, I mean, Marvel has just died 89% since Endgame. We definitely could have got some Nomad shit. I mean, I would love to see some Nomad shit. 1,000%. I mean, anything other than just jumping right into Sam Wilson being Captain America, and he's got vibranium shit all over the place, and I just... And the Red Hulk is a revenge thing from the leader. It would have been much better if... that must be a train station text message, because I'm not getting it. It would have been much better if the leader tried to turn everybody into Hulks, like he always does. Harrison Ford turns into the Red Hulk because he wants to smash all these little Hulks running around. So, you know, then Sam Wilson's got to stop all the Hulks, including the Red Hulk. That would have been better. But no, they had to go with some kind of poison pill shit that the leader did. And I'm just like, this movie sucks. They lost me about 10 minutes into it, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I've been a Marvel fan since I was a kid. I've been reading Spider-Man comics since I was a kid. I've got about, 3,000, 4,000 comic books. I mean, I've got my Secret Wars, Mint Secret Wars number 8 sitting right there. I've been around. And they really shit the bed. They Amber Turd that movie all over the place, man. I'm going to be honest. You know, the only worst movie that I've seen than that new Captain America would be Justice League, with Zack Snyder's Justice League, because that movie was atrocious. Yeah, I don't feel like he's a leading man. I hate to say that, but he doesn't come across. But I mean, neither is Chris Evans. I never felt like Chris Evans was a leading man per se, and that's why they had to put such bigger characters in his movies, because he's not a leading man. Let's be honest. I mean, I love First Avenger, but Haley Atwell pretty much held that movie together. But now Winter Soldier, that movie was the shit, though. Can't nobody take that away from anybody, because that movie was the shit. But then you go back and you look, and Haley Atwell couldn't even hold a series. So I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, they definitely could have done some better shit. We can't take that. There's just so many more things they could have done better. And it really just blows my mind that they shit the bed on it. It really, really does. Just like this new Ironheart series. I mean, they screwed the fans over because they promised us Armor Wars with Don Cheadle, and they fucked us and gave us Riri Williams. Well, it's a failed comic book that nobody reads. I mean, no offense to that actress, but I have not even turned it on. I have not watched the opening credits, and I will not watch it. Because the character doesn't interest me. Why would I watch something that doesn't interest me at all? It's like The Notebook. I'm not going to watch The Notebook because I don't give two shits about it. Now, my wife will disagree on The Notebook, but that's fine. Yeah, they gave us shit that nobody gives a fuck about. And I'm not going to claim that it's any kind of bias or anything like that. I'm just saying nobody gives a shit. I didn't disparage it. I just said it's not a movie that I give a shit about. So I'm not going to go upstairs and just watch it. I'm not going to go, ooh, let me turn on this Notebook, because I've never watched it before, and everybody tells me it's good, even though that I know what it's about and I have no interest in it. Kind of like Agatha all along. I had no interest in that, so I didn't watch it. I don't give two shits about that Agatha bitch. Now. Now. WandaVision was a pretty good show. It got a little screwy here and there, but it was a pretty good show. I know what it is. And I'd be lying if I said I haven't actually watched some of it, because I know it's about a house or whatever, and I don't know. Weren't they cheating on each other with somebody or some shit like that? And she lives in this big white house, and he comes running at her in the rain or some shit. I'm pretty sure that's right. It's like a saga over like 30, 40 years or some shit. Oh, okay. Maybe I haven't seen it. It really wouldn't surprise me. Because like I said, it's just not anything that interests me. Now, if my wife wanted to have a movie night, and she said she wanted to watch The Notebook, I would watch it with her. But we both know exactly what would happen. She'd turn it on, we'd sit back, we'd be cuddling, and I'd be... Because cuddling's an automatic nap time. Oh. Oh. I didn't know the bitch had Alzheimer's. So they're already married, so what's the fucking tell? I mean, they're already married. He got her. I'd 51st date you, just so you know. If you got Alzheimer's, I would 100% 51st date you. I'd make a DVD and stick it in the machine in there, and every morning when you wake up, it would just play. Because repeating yourself gets a little annoying. Well, no, I get that she doesn't remember. She got Alzheimer's. I gotta do this side, so hang on a second. I don't know why it does that. So it's like it's just a different story of 51st dates, right? I like that movie. That's romantic, right? I mean, I guess it just depends on your level of romance. I'm gonna put the AI on this so we can get these other fields started. Okay, he's still working. He missed a spot there. And we're just waiting. But am I wrong, though? So, I mean, the Notebook is basically 51st dates. Yeah. I mean, the difference being is they're not already married and he's retelling it to her, but they're already dating, so he leaves her the VHS tapes. So, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Alright, so we're going to give this to the AI. We're going to turn headlands off, though. You'd think he'd just start right there, but I know he's going to circle around and he'll come back. Nope. Is he just going to go forward and then back up a little bit? And see, that's what makes me believe they follow the same lines, but they don't. Oh, he's going to go all the way back. He's like, I don't trust you. Whatever, dude. Have at it, brother. Alright, let's see what this... Oh, this is our... let's see what's next. Oh, these are already done, so he can move on to this one when he's done with it. Okay. What is that's? I know what that is. I thought I had another limer over here, but I guess I don't. This is a really nice piece of land right there that's got no trees on it or nothing. That's a lot of money for that little plot of land, you mother son of a bitch. Well, have a good nap.
ZZZZ.
Alright, so we're good. I thought there was a small field that he had to do first. Yep, I'm gonna go do this small field before we do this one. Oh, you're good? I don't know how people take an hour nap. I can't do it. If I go take a nap, I'm down for like 5 hours. And we'll take him to 67. I'm not sure how I got it out of whack there, but these two fields need to be limed before this one, so and so does this one. I think that one is limed. It is. Okay. Got a little confused there. So what happened? You're doing like 16 fields at one time. Now I'm thinking about putting in some more beehives. I thought that I read someplace that beehives can help you with your harvest on. Was it soybeans or was it sugar beets? Maybe. I'll have to look. I wrote it down someplace. There's my other lime truck. I knew I had another one. He is dirty. I got a place that I built right up here, I think. I thought I did. Oh, it's over there. He can do it later. So by the time he gets done planting that field on the left there, those two little fields should be done. Yep, we're just waiting on this one to get done. Alright. I'm going to go back and we're going to do our headlands on this one like we always do. Everything should be good. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, AI. That's taking a minute. There it goes. Now, where's my line? There it is. Yep, everything should be. Yep. All right, so this should give us quite a bit more soybeans once we get done with all those fields over there now. I don't have to do barley yet because it is a shorter time frame. I can do it next month. But I'm probably going to go ahead and do it before I speed up time. It's just going to take some time because it's a lot of fields. Definitely need more than 3 million barley, so... And I try to line those steps up with the damn line, but I mess it up every time. There we go. So we had some movie chat. Yesterday we talked about Mobile Farming Simulator compared to PC, and I think he was so used to playing on mobile, and he didn't realize how different it was going to be on PC. So, you know, and it is quite different on PC, even compared to console. So we've talked about that before. So I think the next thing that's going to come out is that diorama map. But I have to go look. I haven't heard anything about when. So. So Ripley's taking a nap. Crimson one took a nap. Vacation time is definitely a good time to take naps. I don't know if we're going to play Warzone tonight, guys. I'm thinking we might play something else. I just don't know yet. I downloaded that World of Warships, but I don't 100% know that I actually want to play that, really. But, you know, if people comment about it and want me to play it, I will. I'll try it. I just don't know yet. And if I do play Warzone, I might, I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet how we're going to play. It depends on if anybody wants to play Warzone. But we'll see how it goes. I didn't really care for that new mode, but I'm not very good, and I feel like that when you're in those type of modes, you're starting with your loadouts, and my loadouts are still so much lower than all these other players that have been playing for 16 years. So it's really hard for me to get anywhere because they have such better weapons than I do. But that could be just me making excuses too. I also talked about making a video on how to repair your controllers too. Mainly because I get tired of people telling me that you can't repair a PS5 controller, and that's just absolutely false. When it comes to the drift, when you get that stick drift and your left one or maybe your right stick is drifting, they are 1000% repairable without buying any new parts. And it really just depends on how well you can get in there to get to it, on how long it'll last. I mean, yeah, you sure could go out and buy the new parts, but I don't see the point in all that, really. And like Xbox controllers, they're even easier to fix because they're old school, you know? Much easier to fix. So I think I will do a video on those. We can do separate ones. I don't know yet. If I release them on YouTube, I'll have to... I don't know how I'll release it on YouTube so it doesn't mess with the algorithm, but... I guess I could put, fixing my Farming Simulator joystick to play, I guess. I don't know. Because I got to get my wheel. I got my wheel over there, and since we came down here, I haven't even hooked up the wheel yet. Man, I could plug it in like right there too. Yeah, I think we could. I think I'll have to get that done today for tomorrow, maybe. Just get it all set up and get it ready. that might be a cool addition. Because I tried it on PlayStation, and it definitely adds a different dynamic to the whole thing, so... You guys ever notice it always looks like it's kind of snowing in the game? There's always like little flakes flying around. Didn't do that on 22. I never understood why it does. Maybe it's just supposed to be like dust and leaves. Maybe it's supposed to represent like wind, I guess. I don't know. Because the trees do move. You can get out of your truck and you can watch the trees move in the wind. So I assume that maybe that's supposed to be like dust or whatever, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why it does it, to be honest. You see it. It looks like snowflakes. It looks like it's snowing college kids. Alright, let's turn this over to the AI and see where we're at with everybody else. Turn off the headlands, and there you go, buddy. Alright. So as you can see, all these were done. So we got these left to do. Enter vehicle. Okay, so he's done. Let's move him over, and let's buy another field. I don't see anything that he missed, so I think we're good to go. We can look that up. It doesn't matter right now. Let's go get another field. We'll get him started on this big one right here. This big one's going to cost us a little bit. We may end up put a couple plows on this big field. Alright. And look at the size of that sucker. That's why I decided to only do one more thing of soybeans instead of both. Okay, I think that's a... No, that's the... Okay.